What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, Broncos blow out the Los Angeles Rams. Final game of the preseason, 41-0. Big giant goose egg. Feels good to get a win. Not gonna lie. Even though this is preseason, I think the Broncos took this game a little to heart after what happened on Christmas Day last year when we got blown out 51-14. I mean, honestly, I don't really care this preseason. It feels good to kind of get revenge because the game last year didn't matter either. I mean, both teams were eliminated. So, yeah, this one is for that. So, anywho, yeah, I think that Bronco fans should be feeling good about the backups and the depth because they showed out and showed that they can play in this game. I guess we'll recap the scoring summary real quick and we'll go into individual stats. 9:30 left in the first quarter. Jaleel, I make a play. McLaughlin scores a 1-yard touchdown. Brett Maher kicks the extra point in. He had a good game in this one. Makes me feel a little bit better about the kicker situation. So, glad to see him. Hopefully this is a revenge season for him. And then speaking of Brett Maher, he makes a 46-yard field goal. 6:11 left in the first quarter. It would be 10-0 at that point. But yeah, it was literally all Broncos in this game. 1:45 left. Albert Okwuegbunam. So hard to say his last name. Caught an 8-yard pass from Jarrett Stidham, who he definitely had a bounce back. I don't even think he played bad against San Fran. I didn't think he was amazing, but in this one, I thought he was good. I thought he played really well in this one. I made it 17-0. And that would be your score at the end of the first. Second quarter, Tony Jones Jr., 1-yard run. Maher's kick is good. That makes it 24-zip. 10:04 left in the second. 4:26 left in the second. You got a Brett Maher 33-yard field goal. Made it 27-zip, and that would be your halftime score. Third quarter, pretty boring. No scoring at all. There was a Rams field goal that missed, I believe. And then the fourth quarter, Tyler Beatty 1-yard run. And then the Brett Maher kick was good as well. Making it 34-zip. And that was 10 minutes exact to go in the fourth. And then with 2:31 left in the fourth quarter, Josh Hammond, 3-yard pass for Ben DiNucci. And then Maher's kick is good. It made it 41-0. So, yeah, the Broncos took this game personally. They went out. They whooped butt. And that wraps up the preseason. They were the only team to not win 2 games at least in the preseason in the AFC West. But, to be honest, doesn't matter because it's preseason. So, we'll look at the team stats real fast. See, the Broncos had 495 total yards. They almost had 500. Rams only had 159. So the defense was awesome, and it wasn't even the starting defense. I mean, it was the depth players. But, I mean, this is the type of game that guys that are on the bubble, the roster bubble, they have to play well to make sure they have a job. So, yeah, obviously they were going to play well. For the Rams, I don't know. I mean, nothing went well for them in this one. Again, 2 weeks in a row, Broncos have 0 turnovers. They had 0 last week. They had 0 in this game, but they forced 2 turnovers, which was nice. First downs. Denver had 33. LA only had 11. So that is awesome. Yeah, Sean Payton definitely got them coached up right. A little shaky start that first preseason game, but it got better as it went along. Even though this is backups versus backups, like I said, it's good to see this. So, possession, In Denver, 36 minutes, and LA, 23. And we'll go over the players real quick. And then we'll wrap it up here. Like I said, previous two preseason videos, not going to go into a huge recap because it's preseason. Just kind of want to get my thoughts, though, so far. But yeah, I was happy to see the depth players do what they need to do. You know, like Jarrett Stidham. People were questioning if he was even going to be the backup quarterback after that first game, but I was like, it's one bad game. Okay, give the guy a chance. I was like, he'll be fine. And sure enough, he was great in this one. He played decent last game too. But yeah, speaking of Stidham, he was 17 for 28, 236 passing yards. He had a touchdown pass. He did get sacked, but he had a 99.7 quarterback rating. Ben DiNucci was 11 for 15, 117 yards. One touchdown. He got sacked once with a 117.9 rating, but he had 13 fewer passes than Stidham, so obviously it's going to be higher. Denver's rushing. Jaleel McLaughlin with the 10 carries, 48 yards. He had the touchdown run. Dwayne Washington, 6 carries, 26 yards. DiNucci had 4 rushes for 22 yards. Stidham had one run for 20. Beatty, 8 carries, 15 yards. So kind of rough, but he got a touchdown. Tony Jones Jr., 4 carries, 13 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, Albert Okwuegbunam. He bounced back. Okay, he was definitely on the roster cut. People weren't sure if there was going to be a fit for him, but I think he definitely showed that he can do some damage on offense for this team. 7 catches, 109 yards. He had a touchdown, which I think he's beefed up, honestly. I think that would be a great blocking tight end for this team. And obviously he can catch and get yards. So, I mean, there was like a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 13 or something where he caught the ball and he was wide open. You know, it was like one of them Travis Kelce plays where he's always open and then Mahomes just dumps it to him and he gets the first down. It was kind of like that. So that was nice to see. Brandon Johnson, he had a pretty good game. He caught 2 balls. He had 58 yards. Lil Jordan Humphreys, he had 4 catches, 57 yards. Marvin Mims Jr., the guy's going to be a stud. He's going to be a stud. He had 2 catches, 51 yards. And he had that one catch where he made the dude fall down and Stidham just aired it out to him and he caught it. Should have been a touchdown, but, you know, it is what it is. The other receivers had 13 yards or less. Not even going to go over them. Drew Sanders, he had an interception. He did fumble the dang ball. Fortunately, the Broncos recovered, but you got to hold on to that next time. And then Hussein Bassi, 3 preseason games in a row, he's had an interception. So that is awesome to see. He's probably going to be the slot corner. I'd imagine Mathis will be cornerback 2, and then you already know cornerback 1 is going to be Mr. PS2.